Welcome, my name is Gabby Coletta. Thanks for joining me here in Vedavu, Wyoming. Today we're going to move through a practice that helps pacify Pitta Dosha, or a practice that can be really balancing in the summertime when both our physical bodies can experience some excess heat and also our mental bodies, whether that's anger, irritation, frustration, impatience. This practice is intended to help ground some of those fiery emotions, release some heat in the body, and also reconnect us with our hearts. So without further ado, find yourself in Sukhasana, an easy cross-legged position, or something else that serves you to begin. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze towards the earth. Let your hands come to rest, palms face down on the lap, grounding. And take a moment to shift your awareness inward. As you do, drop your mind's eye to the base of the spine. Let the sits bones root down into the earth, the ground, the mat. Just sensing the support and stability beneath you. And with that, allow the muscles in the legs to soften. Any forcing or control to release. And the whole bottom body to sink, to be held. And as you sense into the support beneath you, allow that support to grow the spine, lengthening it out, lifting the heart, as you soften the shoulders down the back. As a way of greeting our body, let's take a big inhale together. Draw the breath in through the nose, fill up. And sigh the breath out, let it go. 2 more arrival breaths as you inhale, really stretching the breath, nourishing the inner body. And sighing the breath out, letting out any steam, any excess holding and tension, muscle soft. 1 more arrival breath, inhale, long spine. Keep the length as you exhale and let it go. Gently seal the lips and continue to deepen the breath slowly. Start to stretch the breath. Inhale through the nose, lengthening. And exhale through the nose, releasing. If your mind starts to wander in practice, if it gets carried away in thought or sticks to any excess emotions, know that you can notice what emerges but always come back to your breath as a source of stability, as a way of grounding both body and mind in the here and now. I invite you, if it feels comfortable, to bring one hand to your heart, one hand over that hand. Take a moment to feel into this body and what it might need for today's practice. And if there's an intention stirring, I invite you to set your intention now. And gently bow, head towards heart, honoring this intention. When you're ready, slowly lift the chin. You can keep the eyes closed or flutter the gaze open. Release the hands down. If you're cross-legged, switch the cross of the legs. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Take a big breath in. Palms meet at the top. Hands come to heart center. As you find your centering, reach the crown of the head up. Twice more. Inhale, big breath in. Spine long, heart lifts. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, just welcoming anything that appears and emerges in your practice as part of the medicine. Interlace the hands, press the palms forward, around the back, pull shoulder blades away from each other. Then send palms to sky, grow tall. Twice more, seated cat-cow, round, pull the shoulder blades away. Send the palms to the sky, side body long, heart lifts. Once more, round, inward. And back up. Release the right hand down to the side and crescent up and over to the right. Roll the top shoulder back, the top pinky finger down. Take another big breath to really stretch as you keep sit bones rooted. Roll your heart to the sky. Inhale here. Then exhale, lift your spine to center. Take the left hand out to the side, turn the thumb down, and then loop it behind the back for a half bind. You can interlace the hands at the side of the ribs, or just keep that half bind, right fingers on earth. But drop left shoulder or right ear in the direction of the shoulder. And take a big breath in the left side of the neck. Soften the jaw, the tongue, the muscles in the face. And let the breath iron out any tension here. Slowly bring your head to neutral, unravel left arm, and then reach both arms to the sky, grow tall. Other arm comes down, left fingers to the earth, crescent up and over to the left side, bend here. Take a big inhale, rotating the heart to the sky. And exhale to bend a little bit deeper. One more inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lift the torso up, sweep the right hand out to the side, turn the thumb down, and loop the arm behind your back for a half bind. Again, option to clasp the hands if you wish. And then drop left ear towards left shoulder. Take a big breath into the right side of the neck. A big exhale. Notice if the hip creases are gripping. And soften there as you take one more breath. Bring your head back to neutral. Unravel the arms, reach them up to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, hands through heart center all the way to the knees, and start large torso circles in one direction. You can close the eyes, just allowing your awareness to turn inward to notice the internal landscape of your body. You might even imagine the sensation of grounding down through the hips, the sit bones, almost like a corkscrew moving into the earth. And next time you're upright, go ahead and take the circles the other way. Circle the ribs. Start to open all sides of the heart, the front, the side, the back of the heart. One more big circle here. Come back to center. Take one more inhale as you reach the sky. Palms meet. Hands come to heart center and all the way down to the earth. We'll meet in table pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Really spread the hands, hips over knees, even the shins anchor to earth. On your next inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the chin, the gaze. Then exhale to press the earth away and round. Hang the head heavy. And start to move breath and body here. Maybe invite a subtle ujjayi breath. This victorious breath, almost like fogging up a mirror. You can stay with cow and cat or invite your own intuitive movement, maybe seat curving the spine, swaying the hips side to side, barreling the torso. About 2 more breaths. One more. And come back to your neutral table. Next inhale, right arm sweeps to sky. Find a big wingspan. Open your heart. And thread right arm under left. Rest the right shoulder, the right cheek on the earth. You can keep pressing left fingers into the earth to deepen your twist. You can walk left fingers forward or loop the left arm behind the back. Option to keep your legs as is for more stability. If you want a little hip opener, you can swing your left leg out to the side, plant the sole of the foot down, almost like a little kickstand. And as you drop the outer left hip, think roll your left shoulder back. Whatever variation of the twist you're in, take one more full breath. If you have an arm variation, slowly release left hand to frame the face. Guide your left knee back to right. Press into the earth and send right arm to sky, unravel. Release the hand down. Other side, left arm sweeps up, find this wingspan across the heart. And then thread left arm under right. Rest the left shoulder, the left cheek on the earth. And then find the variation that serves you. Thigh bones are straight up and down. You can keep pressing the right hand into the earth, walk the right fingers forward, or loop it behind the back for a half bind, opening across the chest. Stay with the legs or take your right leg out to the side like a little kickstand. Maybe trace the breath along the inseam of the right leg if you're in this variation. And keep spiraling the heart to the sky, one more breath. Slowly guide your right hand to frame the face. Right knee meets the left. Press into the earth and unravel, opening the twist. Release the hand down. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands long in front of you. Take a big breath to lengthen the spine. Exhale, Anahatasana, heart-melting pose. As you melt your heart down, maybe the chin comes, maybe the forehead, maybe none. But see if you can find some buoyancy under the armpits, a little lift. Even the low ribs knit in and up. One more breath. Begin to walk the hands back towards you. Table pose. Tuck the toes, draw the belly in, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, first down dog of practice. So take the next 3 breaths to make this your own. Maybe you pedal the feet, or tick-tock the heels side to side. Just find any organic movement, just trusting the intelligence of your body and what it needs for 2 more breaths. Really spread your hands, anchor into the L of the hands. As you do so, spin the biceps towards the ears into the sky, feet are about hips width apart, maybe a little wider. And then sink your heels down, soft bend in the knees. Take a big inhale, let the ribs expand in all directions, and a full exhale. And then inhale, ripple forward into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. You can always lower the knees down. Exhale, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. We'll move twice more slowly, melting forward, collarbones broad, crown of head reaches forward. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Once more, inhale, ripple forward. Draw the navel in, back of neck long. Hips up and back, down dog. Inhale to shift your weight forward and lower knees, chest, chin to the earth. Slide onto the belly, untuck the toes. Take the arms wide here. Come to tent on the fingers, elbows to sky. Next, inhale, wide arm Bhujangasana, lift the heart, draw the navel in. Exhale, forehead down. Twice more, inhale, lift the heart, draw the belly in. Exhale, release. Once more, inhale, lift the heart, press the tops of the feet down. And soften forehead to earth. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself through all 4s, round the back through cat. And take it into a child's pose. Knees wide, sit bones sink towards heels, arms long in front of you. Take a full breath here. And know that you can always return to this pose as a place of nourishment, grounding. On your next inhale, slowly unravel the torso up so shoulders are stacked over hips. Slide your fingertips behind you, fingertips face forward, and then slowly lift the hips to the sky for a modified camel. Lengthen your tailbone forward. Release the hips back to the heels. Walk your hands forward into table pose. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shift your gaze to the front of the mat and walk your feet up to the front. And really feel the footprint on the earth, the weight beneath each foot. Once you find forward fold, drape the ribs over the thighs, let the head hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbows or let the arms be heavy to earth, palms face up. We're here for 3 breaths. Where can you soften? Can you imagine any excess weight, burden, holding, tension in the shoulders just wilting off, rolling off the back? Let the jaw be soft. Take 1 more breath. Release the hands to the earth if they're not there already, and bring your feet hips width apart, so 2 fists could fit between the feet. Find your half lift, lengthen the spine, navel draws in. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes, head heavy. Twice more, find your half lift, weight in the fronts of the feet. And then exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Once more, half lift. Plant the left hand down in front of the face, maybe a brick. Send your right arm to the sky, twist here. Deep bend into the left knee as you straighten the right leg. Stay or drop the top arm behind the back for a half bind. Make sure both knees are facing forward. Twist from the navel, the ribs, the heart. 1 more breath. If you're in a bind, unravel right arm to sky and release. Take your twist the other side. Everybody right hand down, left arm sweeps up. Find this wingspan. Deep bend into the right knee as you straighten the left leg and pull the shoulders away from the ears. Stay or take your half bind, drop the top arm behind the back, opening across the heart. And then unravel left arm up and release it down. If you took a brick, place it off to the side. 1 more half lift here. Pull the shoulders away from ears, fold even deeper. Then press through the 4 corners of the feet. Drop from the inner arches, slowly roll the body up. Be mindful of the process. Just trying to be present in the entire unfolding of the spine, heart lifts. Pull the shoulders up to the ears and back down. Palms face forward. Move through a variation of classical suns. So modifying, inhale, reach your arms up, grab your left wrist and crescent up and over to the right side. Stretch here. Come back to center, take your opposite wrist up and over to the left. Keep hips and shoulders squared forward. Come back to center, and then fold forward all the way down, Uttanasana. Find your half lift. Plant the hands, step right foot back. Drop the knee to the earth, untuck the toes, Anjaneyasana here. Sweep the arms forward and up. Scissor the inner thighs together as you lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, step into plank, pause. Lower knees, chest, chin. Slide onto the belly. Untuck the toes, 1 wide arm Bhujangasana here. Lift the heart, melt the shoulders back. Release forehead down. Hands come underneath shoulders, round through all 4s, cat pose. Take it all the way hips to heels, and then drape the torso back. Slide hands behind you for a modified camel. Fingertips on the earth, lift the hips. Sink the hips back down. Take the hands in front of you, table. Tuck the toes, hips up and back. Right leg rises, 3-legged dog. And then plant the foot between the hands, drop back knee to earth, untuck the back toes, Anjane here. Sweep the arms forward and up, palms face each other as the navel draws in. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, look forward, and then step forward to the top. Find your half lift, and then exhale, fold a little deeper as the sit bones reach up. Reverse swan dive, press to the feet, sweep arms out to the side and to the sky, palms press. Hands come to heart center. Same variation except left leg leads. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, grab your left wrist, crescent up and over to the right side, stretch. Take it back to center, opposite wrist, and take it up and over to the left. Come back to center. Hinge at the hips, swan dive forward all the way down as you keep a soft bend in the knees. Half lift, long spine. Ground the hands, step left foot back, knee to the earth, untuck the toes, anjane here. Traction the front foot towards the back knee as your heart lifts. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, step into plank. Lower knees, chest, chin. Slide onto your belly, untuck the toes. Wide arm bhujangasana for one breath. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, forehead down. Hands under shoulders, press through all fours, round the back through cat. Hips to heels as you sweep hands back, modified camel, lift the hips, lift the heart, and release, hips down. Hands to table, tuck the toes, hips up and back, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands, drop back, knee down. Untuck the back toes, anjane here, sweep the arms forward and up, lift the heart. Ground your hands down. Tuck the back toes, look forward, and then step forward to the top, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, press to the feet, rise tall to stand, palms press. Come to heart center. Pause here, take a moment as you lift the heart into thumbs, soften the shoulders down the back. Notice the steadiness of the earth as the crown of the head lifts up. Separate your feet hips width apart. Sink the hips low, graze the fingertips on the earth, reach the arms up, Utkatasana, fierce pose here. Sink into the heels, lift the heart a little more, and then fly the arms back, rise onto your tippy toes for drinking bird, holding for 3 breaths. Steady gaze in one spot for more balance, 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Fold forward, feet on the earth, hinge at the hips. Find your half lift, long spine. Plant the hands, step back into plank, pause here. This time, chaturanga, if you wish. Pitch forward slightly, lower down halfway. Inhale to your up dog, soft bend in the elbows, collarbones broad, thighs off the earth. Exhale, down dog. Send your right leg high to the sky, and then open up the hips. Stack right hip on top of left. Keep the shoulders squaring to the earth. You can bend and extend your right leg or find some mobility that feels good for you. You're starting to explore movement in the right hip for 1 more breath. Send your right leg long and back, square your hips to the earth, and then step the foot between the legs, drop your back knee down, anjane again, reach the arms to the sky. Either keep your arms here, take the hands behind you to clasp. Press the knuckles back, lift the heart, open across the collarbones. 1 more breath. And then release the hands back up. Both hands come to frame the front foot or bricks. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. And flex the left toes towards you, left leg straight. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, melt your heart towards the toes. Let's take 2 more slow breaths here. Imagine your pelvis like a bowl pouring forward just to deepen sensation. And every inhale, spine gets long. Every exhale, folding inward. 1 more breath. Bend into the front leg, tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. Rise to crescent lunge, all 10 toes face forward, arms reach to sky. Breathe here. Lengthen the tailbone down slightly. Lift the heart. 1 more inhale. Open up warrior two, spiral the back heel down, hips and shoulders square to the long edge of the mat, and then soften your gaze over your right fingers. Breathe here, keep encouraging your right knee towards the pinky toe edge. Feel the four corners of each foot ground, and then flip your front palm up, reverse warrior side stretch here. Take a big inhale, fanning open the top ribs, a full exhale to sink a little bit lower. Inhale here, keep your hips and shoulders square to the long edge, and cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Rotate your back toes out, skandasana, side lunge. For more support, hands on the earth. Otherwise, place your left hand down, press the tricep into the leg, reach your right arm up, find an open arm twist. Plant both hands down. Start to shift your weight into the front foot, moving into extended side angle, right toes face forward. Keep your right hand on the earth, maybe forearm to thigh as you reach left arm up. Fingers can reach towards the front or straight up to the sky. You can always use a brick as well. Keep drawing the top shoulder back. Tuck your right hip down and towards the long edge. One more breath. And then back to skandasana, back foot. Hands come to earth, rotate the left toes out. Again, hands can stay on earth or find that open heart. Plant both hands down, and then walk your hands all the way to the front of the mat, keeping them on the inside of the front foot, toe heel, right foot out to the side. Lizard lunge is where we meet. On your inhale, draw the heart forward, maybe the back knee drops slightly here. And then exhale to straighten the front leg, pull the toes towards you, bow inward. Twice more, bend into the front leg, drop back knee. Your front shin is straight up and down. And straighten, bow inward. One more pulse here. Bend into the right knee, back knee can drop, shoulders melt down. And straighten. This time, bend into the front leg, look forward, and then step your back foot to the outside of your left hand for malasana yogi squat. Bring your hands to prayer, press the elbows into the knees. Lift the heart, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, the tongue. Find a little lift at the base of the spine, a little mula bandha, this root lock, almost like holding your pea. Plant your hands down, lift the hips, and toe heel the feet in for your fold. Take a half lift, long spine, fold inward, and slowly roll yourself up. Press through the four corners of the feet. Allow the body to respond and unravel, lift the heart. Mountain pose is where we meet. Palms face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Half lift. And plant the hands, step back. Vinyasa, as you wish. You can always skip it, coming to down dog, or take a modified version. Other side, we journey. Left leg rises high to the sky. Open up the hips, stack left hip on top of right. You can bend and extend the leg, or just allow the bent leg to stretch the front of the left hip. Keep your shoulders squaring to the earth, spread the hands, anchor into the L. When you're ready, left leg reaches long and back, square your hips, inhale here. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands, Anjaneyasana, back knee drops. Sweep the arms forward and up. You can stay here if this serves you, or take your non-habitual clasp behind the back. Press the knuckles back, lift the heart, draw the belly in. Stay for your exhale as you scissor the inner thighs together. Inhale, reach the arms up. And release the hands down for your half splits. You can come to bricks. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, melt your heart towards toes. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. The left thigh bone or right thigh bone straight up and down. Collarbones remain broad, heart open. And every exhale, allowing a little more depth. Notice if there's a forcing, and can you invite a softening inward? Just allowing yourself to meet your threshold without overdoing. Next, inhale, bend into your front leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. All 10 toes face forward as you rise to your crescent lunge, arms to sky. We pause here. Find our stability. Feet can widen a bit like railroad tracks if you're feeling a little off balance. Big inhale. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Hips and shoulders open to the long edge of the mat. And see if you can find some leveling in the hips. So draw the left hip crease to the sky, reach across the heart, relax the shoulders. Keep pressing your left knee towards the pinky toe edge, but also try not to grip the toes. So can you sink down, can you root without forcing? Flip the front palm up, reverse warrior, side stretch here. Stay for your exhale to move a little bit deeper. Your inhale fans open the top ribs. And that transition to skandasana, we cartwheel the hands down and rotate the back toes out, pausing in skandasana back leg. Hands can remain on earth or right fingers to earth. Press the tricep down, open arm twist. Into side angle we go. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Left toes face forward. Left hand can stay on earth as the right sweeps towards the front or up to the sky. And again, your variation here. See if you can keep length in both sides of the ribs and really rotate the whole heart up. 1 more breath. Back to skandasana we go. Hands to the earth as you walk them along the long edge of the mat. Pause. Stay here. Your variation. Ground both hands, walk them all the way to the front, pivot all 10 toes forward for lizard lunge, and toe heel your left foot to the side. We'll take our pulses here. On your inhale, lift the heart, back knee can drop. Exhale to straighten the front leg, pull the left toes towards you and bow inward. Twice more, bend into the front leg, back knee drops, heart lifts. Exhale to straighten. And once more. Straighten. Look forward, bend into the front leg, and step the back foot to the outside of the right hand. Malasana is where we meet again. You can keep your hands at heart center. You can swim it out in the hips, just shifting the hips side to side, or open across the heart. Open arm twists. About 2 more breaths here. Just find what is balanced for you. And plant the hands, lift the hips up, toe heel the feet in. Half lift and fold. Roll yourself up, slowly unravel. Mountain pose is where we meet. Breathe here. Bring your big toes to touch, your heels slightly apart, hands to hips. Go ahead and swivel your right leg out to the side for tree pose. Toe pads can stay on the earth for more grounding, or you can walk the foot up the leg, just making sure the foot isn't on the knee. Use your hands to square your hips forward so you can feel into that as you press your right knee back. Gather hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra, the sign of balance. Lift the heart into the thumbs. Option to stay here. or you can grow your leaves. Option to stay here, or drop your right hand down and crescent over for a swaying tree. Keep your heart towards the front, even towards the sky. Come back to center if you took this variation. Bring your hands to heart. And then slowly swivel your right leg forward, drop the foot down. We'll go right into the other side, hands to hips. Swivel left leg out, toe pads to the earth. You can stay in tree pose as you are here or walk the foot up the leg. Think about pressing foot into leg, leg back into the foot, so everything's drawing in towards the midline, finding the center, and hands can meet at heart. Steady your gaze, your drishti, perhaps closer to the earth for more grounding, earth element. And when you're ready, if you wish, reach the arms up, your arm variation. Tight shoulders, you can take it wide. Lengthen your tailbone down, lift the heart a little more. If you took a crescent tree, drop left hand to the knee and crescent right arm up and over. Side stretch. Roll the heart to the sky. Take one more breath here. Come back to center. Release the hands down. Draw the left leg in and soften the foot to the earth. Pause, breathe here. All right, we're going to kind of build off of what we've done, moving breath and body together. So when you're ready, separate your feet hips width apart. Sink the hips low, graze the fingertips on the earth, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sink a little lower, lift the heart a little more, and then fly the arms back, rise to tippy toes for drinking bird. Here for 3 breaths. Steady the breath, steady the gaze. One more breath. And fold inward. Half lift. Plant the hands, step back. Rinse through a vinyasa or skip it. Right leg rises up. One breath to open up the hip. Send the leg long and back, square up the hips, and then step the foot between the hands for your high lunge. High lunge here, all 10 toes face forward, lift the arms to the sky and the heart. Stay for your exhale to sink in. Inhale to lengthen up a little more. Open up warrior 2 as you exhale. Inhale to stay, really reach the arms to opposite ends. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Flip your front palm up, reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale, right knee tractions towards pinky toe edge. One more inhale, fanning open top ribs. Skandasana is where we'll meet, cartwheeling the hands down, turning the back toes out. Left knee in the same direction as the toe. Ground left hand, reach right arm up, open the twist. Plant both hands on the earth, walk them along the mat to extended side angle, right fingertips down, left arm up. Bring it back to your skandasana. Back leg bends. Left fingers down, right arm up. And then take it into a wide-legged stance. Point the toes in, the heels out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands in line with feet, head heavy. Just 2 more breaths here. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, ribs to thighs. 1 more breath. Inhale, half lift. Hands can come to hips. Lift the heart up. Rotate the toes out. There's some cows around here. Find warrior 2. Reach the arms up. Relax the shoulders. Reverse warrior, here we are. Take it into your extended side angle. And this time, option to take a half bind. Drop the top arm behind the back if you wish. We're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana. You can keep the half bind or take the left hand to hip. Shift your gaze towards the earth. Start to ground into your right foot. Maybe grab a brick. As you press into your right foot, lift your left leg up, stack left hip on top of right. Even rotate the whole heart up, reach the left arm up, or keep your half bind. Stay here or take Chapasana, bending the left leg. Here for 3, heart lifting for 2, and 1. Release Chapasana. If you took it, we'll all step it back into a warrior 2. Reverse. Cartwheel the hands down, pause in your lizard lunge. All right, almost there. Toe heel the right foot to the side. This time we'll drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. We're going to be here for a little while, so just honor your threshold. You can stay up on fingertips, bring hands to bricks, or lower down to forearms. And even as you sink the hips down, try not to completely dump in the hips. So we don't want to overstretch the hip flexor, but we just want to find that healthy depth. And a good rule of thumb is the discernment between pain and discomfort. You're welcome to stay here or take your left hand, fingertips point out, right toes to 2 o'clock. Take it into a twist, pressing into your right thigh, lift the heart. Stay here or take it into a bind. Just a few more breaths. Now, if you're finding some sweetness, some melting, please stay. Otherwise, one more option to build on. You can take your right hand and loop it underneath your legs, thread it beneath your legs, and take your right hand behind you for a half bind. You can keep your left fingers on the earth or come to forearm. Bend the left leg and reach back for the foot. Just a variation here. Last alternate variation could be tucking the back toes, lifting the knee up, and taking your bound lizard, both hands behind you. Breathe in whatever variation you want for one more slow breath. If you're in the bound lizard, let the head be heavy. And when you're ready, plant both hands down. If your back knee is on the earth, tuck the back toes to lift it, send your right leg long and back. You can take a 3-legged dog. You can open the hip, flip the dog if you wish. Whatever you need to rinse through, we'll meet in down dog before moving through our final side together. One more breath. Last standing journey together. Left leg rises high. Open up the hip for one breath. Reach the left leg long and back. Square off your hips. Exhale to plant the foot between the hands. Rise to your crescent lunge. We'll stay for a full breath here, so find your length. As you exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Stay for a breath to really reach from fingertip to fingertip. Stay for your exhale to sink a little lower. Flip your left palm up, reverse warrior. Keep breathing. Mindful transition into skandasana. Inhale here, your exhale carries you down to the earth. Right toes point out, back knee. Find your open arm twist. Plant the hands to the earth, walk them towards the front. Left toes face forward for extended side angle. Right fingers reach to the front or up. Back to skandasana, last back foot. You can open it up across the heart. And walk it into your wide-legged stance. Find your half lift. And fold inward. Walk the hands in line with the feet like they're sharing a tightrope or between the legs. Let your head descend down, your shoulders peel away from the ears, and keep a little bend in the knees. Use your breath, slow it down. Feet grounded. This inversion nourishing the nervous system. When you're ready, inhale to your half lift in a wide-legged stance, hands to hips. Rise all the way up. Turn the left toes forward, warrior two. One breath to our reverse warrior, left arm sweeps up and back. Take it into your extended side angle, left hand to the earth, forearm. Right arm can this time come into a half bind if you wish. Open across the heart. And we're moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So shift your gaze towards the front of the mat. Start to ground into your left foot. As you step into your left leg, the right leg lifts up. Stack right hip on top of left. If you're using a brick or your hand, it's in line with the pinky toe edge of your standing or your grounded foot. Right arm can reach to the sky. It can reach back for Chapasana, the bind, little quad stretch here. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. We'll slowly step it back into our warrior two. Reverse warrior. And cartwheel the hands down to the inside for our lizard lunge. When you're ready, settle in. We'll take a few moments here. You can stay up on your hands or lower down to forearms. And just notice maybe there's a subtle difference between this side and your other side. Just honoring that. Relax the jaw. You can stay here or find the twist. Left toes towards 10 o'clock, right fingers point out, just to keep that opening in the heart, the shoulder. Press your left hand into the thigh, lift the heart. Any low back pain, draw the navel in. Stay or take your bind, bending the back foot, reaching left hand for foot. And if you're moving into another variation, I recommend drawing the heel towards the sit bones just to get a little more quad stretch. If you know you want more heart opening, then kick the foot back, lift the heart. So again, honor your threshold, stay here as you wish, or you can start to move into one variation of bound lizard. Thread your left hand beneath the left leg. Take it back behind you for a half bind. You can just stay right here. You can place your left forearm on the earth or a brick. You can bend your left leg. You might have to come on up out of it a bit to find your back leg. And bring it forward. And if you're like, that's not working, this side doesn't quite feel the same for me, which is my case, maybe you try the other variation. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. We're in lizard in the feet. And you can still take the bind behind the back, both hands, and let the head get heavy. 2 more breaths wherever you're choosing to be. 1 more breath. Plant the hands. Step it back. Again, option to flip the dog or take what you need. Shake the leg out. We'll meet in a child's pose, knees wide, sit bones towards heels. Take a moment just to let your body relax, your body to sink, to give any effort to gravity. When you're ready, rise to table. Hips up and back, down dog. 3-legged dog, right leg rises, take it into your pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist, flex the foot, back knee to earth. If there's any knee sensitivity, please take figure 4 on your back. Square your hips forward, lift the heart here. Relax the shoulders. You can stay upright or lower down. Maybe place a brick under third eye center. Take a moment just to let the effort of the practice settle. The bones to relax. The shoulders to melt down the back or imprint on the earth if you're in figure 4. I'll describe 2 transitions here. If you're in pigeon, slowly lift up. Rock onto your right sit bone and swivel to face the long edge of the mat so you're in a half straddle. Slowly guide the left hand down the left leg, flexing left toes, and reach right arm over, finding a side stretch. If you're in figure 4, on your back, I invite you to ground your left foot down and take your right leg out to the side, peace fingers to big toes, just stretching the right leg out. If you want the side stretch, you can reach your left arm up and over to crescent. You're welcome to keep left leg straight or bent, your choice. If you're in pigeon or the seated variation, guide your right hand down next to the hip, rock onto the right shin, lift the hips up, arch the back, a little back bend here. If you're on your back, you can slowly bring the leg back to figure 4 and take this into a figure 4 bridge. Press the foot into the earth and lift the hips up. We'll all make our way into our other side, so if you're in figure 4, hips down, just switch the legs and get on in it, enjoy. If you're moving into pigeon, sweep the left hand down, come to the ball mount of your left foot, reach right leg up. You can rinse through Vinyasa or take what you need for the other side, but eventually where we'll meet is our hip opener with our left leg. So the knee lands behind the wrist. Be mindful here not to rock onto the left sit bone. You might place a brick or some support underneath you so your hips can square forward. Find a back bend first, lifting the heart open. And when you're ready, settle into your depth. For my folks in pigeon, just let the back leg get heavy. The hips soften, the jaw relax, the shoulders release. And slow the breath here. If you're in figure 4 on your back, really think about melting the back body to the earth. Lengthen your tailbone forward as you press the left knee forward. Take one more slow breath here. If you're in pigeon, you'll slowly drape the torso up. Rock onto the left hip so you swivel to the long edge of your mat for a half straddle. Start to guide your right hand down the inseam of the right leg as you sweep left arm up and over, finding your crescent and just taking it into your expression, really opening the side body, releasing heat here. If you're in figure 4, peace fingers to big toes, ankle, shin, whatever it is, opening up into a half happy baby or the legs straight and out to the side. You can keep your right leg straight or ground it to the earth. You can keep your right hand pressing down out to a half T or crescenting up and over with the shoulder blades both grounded. Slowly come back to center. If you're in figure 4 for your heart opener, figure 4 bridge, lift the hips up. If you're in your half straddle, ground into the left shin, lift the right arm up. And then when you're ready, slowly plant both hands. Rinse through your final vinyasa. If you're on your back, you're welcome to stay. That is where we'll meet each other. Eventually, we'll come to our backs. Take the soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can place one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Take 3 breaths here. And just thank your body for its practice, its effort, and its ease. Take the hands to the outside of the legs, close the legs together like you're closing a book, and start to hug your right knee in as you extend left leg long. Scoot your hips an inch to the right, drop the knee across the body, supine twist. Big inhale, and exhale heavy. Let it go. Imagine the body like rinse water clearing out. Every breath, every exhale, inviting a little more ease, releasing, letting go, discharging any last residue of excess, irritation, impatience, fiery emotion, or holding. Come back to center. Take your opposite knee in, right leg long, hips scooch an inch to the left, knee drops across the body. Find your twist here as the left arm extends out. Let the breath really fill up, filling the lungs, the ribs. The breath empty out, left shoulder heavy. And slowly, when you're ready, come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. If there's something that wasn't honored in this practice, please do so now. I'll be leaving you in Shavasana so you can enjoy it as long as you wish. Just be mindful to guide yourself out. When you're ready, extend legs long, arms on either side, palms face up. Take the biggest breath of practice yet, really fill up. And let it go. Shavasana.